Hey YouTube, it's Smooth Virus again. You know, before I call it a night, I did want to make one more video. And actually, this is something I've been meaning to address for like a really long time. Fad diets. And there are two fad diets that I've been hearing about that I'd like to address. Because these fad diets, they're bad. Alright, the first fad diet I'd like to talk about is called the Master Cleanse Diet. And if you go search on YouTube for Master Cleanse, I think you'll find that there are actually more people doing the Master Cleanse Diet than there are people doing Body for Life. Okay, so what is the Master Cleanse Diet? Well, I'll read it right here. The Master Cleanse Detox Diet, also known as the Lemonade Diet, was created by Stanley Burroughs in 1941 and made popular by Peter Glickman through his book Lose Weight, Have More Energy, and Be Happier in 10 Days, which promotes Burroughs' regimen to a modern audience. The Master Cleanse Diet involves eating no solid food. Instead, you drink a mixture of lemon juice, maple syrup, water, and cayenne pepper. This mix can be taken cold as a cordial or hot as a tea. The mix contains some essential vitamins and minerals and some sugars, avoiding the ketosis experienced on the Atkins diet or from pure water fasting. The cayenne is used primarily for its effect of promoting metabolic activity. Yeah, right. Okay, so this diet had sort of been forgotten for a long time until Beyonce said that she used it to get herself trim to be in the movie Showgirls. Well, all I can say is that if Beyonce thinks that Master Cleanse is so freaking great, then Beyonce is an idiot. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read a little bit of this article by Dr. Ed Zimny, and you can find it over on blog.healthtalk.com, and I'll go ahead and post a link to this article in the description for this video. But anyway, I'm going to quote the article here. Let's take a look at the components of this diet. Nearly all of it consists of water, which is essential for life, but is of no nutritional value. Next comes the maple syrup. This is the sole source of calories in the diet and prevents you from starving at a faster rate than if it were not included. The calories come from the sugar in the maple syrup. Why maple syrup? No reason except to make it sound esoteric and magical. As far as your body is concerned, sugar is sugar. Next we add some lemon juice. Essentially, this drink is a form of lemonade using maple syrup instead of plain sugar. What does a lemon contain that makes it so important? Nothing! Lemon juice is a weak acid, as is vinegar. The amount of acid already in your stomach is orders of magnitude higher than the little bit of added acid from the lemon juice. So it is essentially like spitting in the ocean. Yeah, the acid in your stomach is hydrochloric acid. That's way stronger than citric acid, which is what lemon juice is. Does lemon have any other magical properties that might help detoxify the body or otherwise aid in weight loss? Absolutely not. Last is the cayenne pepper. The only possible effect of this substance is to irritate the lining of the GI tract and to potentially cause diarrhea. Some will doubtless argue that this isn't really a diet, but is intended to be a detoxification program. We all know, however, that it is being widely used as a diet. But let's take a look at detoxification. While it is true that the body absorbs a variety of toxic materials from the environment, the important thing to understand is that either the body already has a mechanism to remove the toxins or it does not. The body uses the liver, kidneys, GI tract, and the lungs to rid itself of many toxic materials. This is normal. Some toxins, however, cannot be eliminated normally because they build up in hidden locations, such as fat tissue or within the airways. Think of miner's lung disease. Some of these toxins can be removed using highly sophisticated medical treatments, but some can't, and some people who work with certain toxic chemicals can die from this exposure. Most importantly, however, is that drinking this peppered lemonade could not in any possible way eliminate any of these toxins. In summary, the Master Cleanse program is basically a way to starve yourself with just enough sugar to keep you going for a few days. The lemon juice and cayenne pepper add nothing, as we've seen above. If you don't eat for a few weeks, you'll lose some weight. If you don't eat for a few months, you'll die. And in either case, if you start eating again, before you die, of course, the weight will come back. It's only a matter of time. People, detox diets are not the way to go. Starvation diets, not the way to go. Because not only are you going to lose fat, you're going to lose muscle mass. And you're going to slow your metabolism down instead of speeding it up. You're just going to gain the weight back. And you're going to gain back more than what you lost. So let's move on. Alright, so what got me going on this today was someone told me about the Simeons Diet. And let's cover some of the claims that were made to me about this Simeons Diet. This is the ultimate diet. It's the only diet that actually works. It's easy to do, cheap, and the weight stays off permanently. It was invented by the 1950s by a medical doctor who tested it extensively on many people and had incredible results. Most people lose anywhere between 30 to 45 pounds in 6 weeks. It's been kept a secret by the medical industry, who wants to keep you fat. Royalty and the very rich were the only ones who had access to it until very recently. Well, okay, if you want to throw a bunch of conspiracy theories and tinfoil hat baloney at me, I'm going to be pretty damn skeptical of this claim. Okay, so just to kind of see what was going on, I did a YouTube search on the Simeons Diet, and guess what? There's a bunch of YouTubers doing the Simeons Diet too. Oh no. Okay, this is from the article Diet Fads at healthresources.caremark.com. Another strange obesity cure that was popular among physicians for a time was human chorionic gonadotropin, HGC, a type of growth hormone that was injected into patients. This treatment became popular in 1957 when Harper's Bazaar printed a diet, Slimming, a Roman doctor's treatment, that consisted of 500 calories a day for up to 40 days, plus daily hormone injections. Okay, guys, girls, anytime you're injecting something for a diet, that's not good. That's bad. In the article, the physician, British endocrinologist A.T.W. Simeons, claimed his patients weren't hungry as long as they took shots of HCG, which is produced by the placenta and derived from the urine of pregnant women. It's the very hormone, in fact, that turns the stick blue on a home pregnancy test. In 1962, the Journal of the American Medical Association warned against the Simeons Diet, saying continued adherence to such a drastic regimen is potentially more hazardous to the patient's health than continued obesity. In 1974, the Food and Drug Administration required producers of HCG to label the drug with a warning against using it for weight loss or fat redistribution. In Canada, the Task Force on the Treatment of Obesity warned that the use of the hormone touches on possible malpractice. Nevertheless, a few diet doctors continued with the treatment. It is legal, after all, for physicians to prescribe medications for purposes that are not approved by the FDA, often handing the patients the drugs and injection equipment so they could administer it themselves. Alright, so, yeah, the Simeons Diet. Debunked by official medical journals 40 years ago. This isn't the way to go. Diets don't work. The only thing that really does work is lifestyle changes. And the best place for you to look for programs that will allow you to change your lifestyle in a scientifically proven manner that will get the weight off and keep it off, which is what I did, look to the bodybuilder community. Look to stuff like Body for Life, stuff like Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle. all this other stuff you guys are doing.